everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. How are you today? Today is Monday. At the time of filming, it is in the morning. It is a beautiful morning here at the campground. It's not too hot, it's not too muggy, and it's a nice day to crochet outside. So I want to welcome you all to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. If you're one of my old faithfuls, not that I'm calling you old, I appreciate you coming back again and again. Today's video and my channel today is about crochet, mostly crochet. We do some trips. My husband and I have two campers, this one that we live in the summertime and one that we travel in the wintertime. We just started doing that this past winter when we retired. So we have travel videos when we're traveling, and then mostly crochet and yarn. And today's video is some crochet, and I got some yarn in. So for a specific project, that's the only reason I buy yarn anymore, because it's all in storage and I can't get to it. So that's really sad. But today's video is a little bit of yarn and some crochet. If you watched my previous couple of videos, you know that I had some projects come along that need work immediately. And one of them is a gift basket for an auction, you know, like a Chinese raffle kind of thing. And I think I need this done by August 1st. My daughter and I are donating a basket that's grilling themed. So she's buying the grilling items that she wants to put in the basket, but she asks me to crochet stuff. So I made, and we were doing red, white, and blue themed. So I made some of those pot holders, the magic pot holder that's double thick. And this one is sugar and cream. And I started with a 30-inch chain and wanted it to be small, and then I'm going to graduate the red, and the next two are going to be bigger. So I did next, I think I did the blue one. And this is, I love this cotton, and I was going to do a 35-inch chain, and I did. But this yarn is, I don't know, softer. I used the same size hook, but it's the same size as the white one. And I know that I started this with 30, and this was going to be 35, and then the red one was going to be 40. Well, because the 35 turned out the same size as the 30, I thought maybe I counted wrong or something. So I started the red one, and I did my chain 35, and it was this much longer, at least, than the other two. Well, by the time it's done, I thought I must have counted the blue one wrong, because I must have maybe only had 30 instead of 35 because the chain. Well, then when I ended up done, they're all three the same size, but they are red, white, and blue. So I don't know how that worked. I think this yarn is sugar and cream, and these are I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. And I think this yarn is so much softer. They're all say they're 4-weight. And these are softer, way softer done. But I think maybe because this one is stiffer, I don't know, it ended up being the biggest one. And it was supposed to be the smallest one. So I don't know how that worked out. Then I decided that I would be making a trivet, and I wanted it to look like a flag. So I made the grid thing, and then I started from the bottom, and I'm going to work my way up. And this is how far I am. So I started the flag part with the stars. I'm thinking you'll see that it stars better when I get it more done. It's just, I did white every now and then to represent a star. I started from the bottom, worked my way, because I wanted to do some rows without having to add in a third color while I figured out how to work it best to get its stripes and not, like you have to fill in the grid this way, but you also have to fill it in this way at the same time. So, and um, it's a pattern. Well, I followed it for the grid. I couldn't remember how you make the grid, and so I used Nastasia has a grid wiggly trivet thing tutorial. So I made the grid with her help, and she does 3 half double crochets in a grid, you know, on each side of the grid. But this yarn is so much softer. 3 wasn't doing it, so I was doing 4, but then 2 in the middle, because I was thinking I would go up, but you can't go up and down. Anyway, it looks like this, and I got to the section now where you have to start the blue, and I was all excited, and I remember I'm working upside down. Well, to you guys right now, it looks perfect, but it's backwards. When you're looking at it straight on in person, it looks like this, and my flag is the wrong direction. So I have to pull it out. I have to pull out the last 2 rows for sure. And I'm not really liking, it's not, I don't know if it's full enough in the center, you know, in where this part is. You know, you're always your own worst critic. I guess when I lay it down and look at it, it doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't, it kind of looks like my lines aren't straight. Well, they're not, because they're going down into this part. So I think I'm going to rip it out and just make it red, white, and blue. Just alternate. Like just make a design like the original pattern. Except I'm just going to use red, white, and blue. And so I'm going to go around some and kind of do a squiggly wiggly little design. And it's not going to look like a flag, but it's going to be red, white, and blue. And I think that's how I'm going to end up with that. And I'm okay with it, because either way, I just don't want it to be a backwards flag, because then it's going to look really silly. So I could just finish it with the red and white and not do the blue at all, but I really want to add it red, white, and blue all together. So that's, I think, going to get totally ripped out. And that's okay. I don't mind frogging. I knew that creating the flag was going to be like a design issue. You know, you have to figure it out as you go sometimes. And I figured if I'm going to rip out the 2 rows and I'm not real satisfied with it anyway, may as well just rip it out and make something that I think I'm going to really like to be able to give away. So that's what's going to happen. Then the other thing, so I made the 2 wash dishcloths, I think, yesterday, and started the trivet. I wasn't feeling well, and I spent all day in the recliner, and I feel much better today. So I got some Premier yarns in today, what I ordered, so I can make the elephant for Billy. And let's see. Let's check it out. As you can see, I hope I like the color. The elephant pattern that I'm going to use was a free pattern on Premier.com. And, ooh, I bought Chenille Bloom. Can you see it good? Which is, it called for chenille tie-dye. Yeah, I mean, that's what they made the pattern out of. But the bloom was on sale, and Premier was having a big sale. So look at that. It's purple and green and yellow. And it works up to look like this. So that's what the elephant's going to look like. Well, you know, purple is my favorite color. Yellow is my second favorite color, and I really like purple and green together. This says it's a super bulky 6. They show you how to take it from the center, which is kind of nice. This is 87 yards, 80 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, and it is 100% polyester. And the color is, let's see, not enough. Hashtag make it premiere. Premiere Yarns is made in Turkey. Oh, geranium. This colorway is called geranium. So we're going to make a purple, green, and yellow elephant out of geranium. And it says to use an 8mm hook. I think I can do that. Maybe I should use a 7. I don't know. And I'm going to have to crochet eyes because all of my eyes are in the other camper, which is still at the camper doctor, so I won't have eyes unless I crochet them. Bugummy. Can you hear that bird? You sound... Oh, Roy says he thinks that's a squirrel, not a bird. Listen. Or it's a brown-headed cowbird. I think it's the bird. Have you seen the cowbird at your feeders today? Well, the cowbird's been eating. That sounds like a squirrel, but that cowbird makes that noise too. I hope you can hear it. He certainly sounds like he's in pain or something with that call he's got. That part. I don't know, is he trying to sound like a cat? I think cowbirds kind of are mockingbirds, aren't they? Don't they kind of do? Yeah. They kind of do sound.
You heard that sound come right from the bird.
I have. I've seen the bird sit on the bird feeder and make that squirrel sound. And who knew squirrels made a sound? They're usually so quiet. The tree is very dense and we can't see whatever it is making the noise. We've had several hummingbirds this morning. Roy did some yard work and kind of scared the birds away, but they're coming back. You want to see? Let me turn you around for a second. See if we can. There's the feeders. Then you don't know. Oh, tufted titmouse on the one feeder over there. That's it. He's gone. It takes him a few minutes to come back after Roy does work in the yard. They're like, nope. And that love seat sitting there. We have a large friend who plopped on it one day and kind of broke it, so we have to get rid of it. Oh, there's another. What is that one? Is that the titmouse again? Well, I still don't know what it is, even if I had the binoculars. So anyway, the birds are very quiet today, so I can't let you listen to bird sounds too much. So that's all that I have for you today, but I'll let you go out watching the empty feeders. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, all of those wonderful things. And I'll keep you up to date on the progress of my projects as they come along. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.